As of right now, many people are saying that the total solar eclipse delivered, but not in the way that some expected. Thousands of people have uploaded mysterious photographs showing unidentified objects. Videos were posted to the UFO subreddit, where others shared their personal experience about witnessing mysterious objects during the total solar eclipse. Interestingly, some suggested that there wasn't any particular spike in sightings, but explained that due to more eyes being on the sky, more people were able to capture evidence of strange objects. However, some users did say that the increase in UFO sightings was due to the total solar eclipse, adding that events like this have often coincided with an increase in eyewitness accounts. Celestial events like solar eclipses, when the sky darkens and the sun's corona becomes visible, observers may witness not only the breathtaking beauty of the natural phenomenon, but also peculiar sightings of unidentified flying objects. During yesterday's eclipse, witnesses reported sightings of 3 distinct types of UFOs: a triangle-shaped craft, a disc-shaped object, and a spinning silver orb. These sightings captured the imagination of onlookers and sparked intrigue about the mysterious phenomena observed during the celestial event. The first UFO sighted during the solar eclipse was a triangle-shaped craft. Witnesses described it as a large black object with 3 distinct points forming a triangular shape. The craft moved silently and smoothly across the sky, contrasting starkly against the backdrop of the darkened sun. Its triangular configuration and silent propulsion system puzzled observers, who were unable to identify any conventional aircraft or known celestial objects that resembled it. The sighting of the triangle-shaped UFO during the solar eclipse left witnesses questioning the origin and nature of the mysterious craft. The second UFO observed during the solar eclipse was a disc-shaped object. Witnesses reported seeing a metallic saucer-like craft hovering in the sky, its surface reflecting the sunlight in glimmering flashes. Unlike conventional aircraft, the disc-shaped UFO exhibited erratic movements, darting back and forth across the sky with remarkable speed and agility. Some witnesses even claimed to have seen strange symbols or markings etched onto the surface of the craft, further adding to the mystery surrounding its origin and purpose. The sighting of the disc-shaped UFO during the solar eclipse raised questions about the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence and advanced aerospace technologies. The third UFO spotted during the solar eclipse was a spinning silver orb. Witnesses described it as a luminous sphere of light shimmering and rotating gracefully against the backdrop of the darkened sun. The spinning silver orb emitted a soft, pulsating glow, captivating observers with its mesmerizing display. Unlike the triangle-shaped and disc-shaped UFOs, the spinning silver orb appeared to move with a sense of purpose and intention, as if guided by an intelligent force. Its mysterious behavior and ethereal appearance left witnesses awestruck, contemplating the possibility of encountering otherworldly beings or phenomena during celestial events like solar eclipses. The sightings of these 3 distinct types of UFOs during the solar eclipse sparked widespread fascination and debate among astronomers, ufologists, and the general public. Some skeptics attributed the sightings to natural phenomena or optical illusions, dismissing them as mere coincidences or figments of imagination. However, many witnesses remained convinced of the reality of their experiences, citing the unusual characteristics and behaviors exhibited by the observed UFOs. The solar eclipse provided a rare opportunity for observers to witness celestial events and phenomena that transcend the boundaries of conventional understanding. While individuals interested in the unknown and the scientific community continues to study and analyze the data collected during solar eclipses, the sightings of triangle-shaped, disc-shaped, and spinning silver UFOs serve as a reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond the realm of human knowledge. One possible explanation for the increase in UFO sightings during total solar eclipses is the heightened public attention and scrutiny of the sky. The phenomenon of increased UFO sightings during total solar eclipses presents a fascinating intersection of cosmic events and potential mysterious encounters. From the perspective that UFO sightings are real and genuine, several compelling factors contribute to this intriguing correlation, shedding light on the mysterious connection between celestial phenomena and unidentified aerial phenomena. Firstly, total solar eclipses create unique atmospheric conditions that may facilitate the appearance of UFOs or other unidentified aerial phenomena. As the moon passes between the Earth and the sun, casting a shadow across the land. The sudden change in lighting and atmospheric dynamics can create a surreal backdrop for potential UFO sightings. The darkened sky during totality provides a stark contrast against any anomalous objects or lights, making them more visible and conspicuous to observers on the ground. Moreover, the heightened public attention and anticipation surrounding total solar eclipses serve to amplify the likelihood of UFO sightings being reported and documented. Millions of people flock to prime viewing locations to witness this rare celestial event, armed with cameras and telescopes to capture the spectacle. The collective gaze of the public turned towards the sky increases the chances of spotting anything unusual or out of the ordinary, including potential UFOs traversing the heavens. Additionally, the psychological impact of witnessing a total solar eclipse can influence people's perceptions and interpretations of aerial phenomena. The awe-inspiring spectacle of the sun being obscured by the moon, plunging the world into darkness, evokes a sense of wonder and vulnerability in observers. In such heightened emotional states, individuals may be more receptive to the possibility of encountering extraterrestrial visitors or witnessing unexplained aerial phenomena. Furthermore, the symbolic significance of total solar eclipses as cosmic events may attract the attention of advanced civilizations or interstellar travelers monitoring our planet from afar. The alignment of celestial bodies during an eclipse may serve as a cosmic beacon, drawing the interest of intelligent beings from distant star systems or dimensions. In this scenario, UFO sightings during total solar eclipses could represent deliberate attempts at contact or observation by extraterrestrial visitors. Another intriguing possibility is that total solar eclipses provide a natural cover or camouflage for UFO activity, allowing advanced spacecraft to operate undetected amidst the chaos and spectacle of the eclipse. The sudden darkness and disruption to normal routines during totality may provide opportune moments for clandestine reconnaissance or surveillance missions conducted by extraterrestrial beings or their representatives. Moreover, the historical association of solar eclipses with significant events and celestial omens in various cultures and mythologies may lend credence to the idea that such cosmic alignments attract the attention of otherworldly beings. Ancient civilizations regarded eclipses as portents of change or harbingers of divine intervention, attributing supernatural significance to these celestial phenomena. From this perspective, UFO sightings during total solar eclipses may be interpreted as manifestations of cosmic intelligence or celestial guardianship. As of right now, the increase in UFO sightings during total solar eclipses presents a tantalizing enigma that invites further exploration and investigation. From the perspective that UFOs are real and genuine, the convergence of cosmic events and potential extraterrestrial encounters during eclipses offers a compelling glimpse into the mysteries of the cosmos. Whether these sightings represent chance occurrences, psychological phenomena, or deliberate attempts at contact by advanced civilizations, the phenomenon of UFOs during total solar eclipses continues to captivate the imagination and fuel speculation about humanity's place in the universe. Triangle-shaped UFOs, commonly known as triangular UFOs, have captivated the interest of those immersed in the field of ufology for many years. These mysterious aerial occurrences, distinguished by their unique triangular structure, have captured the attention of observers globally, igniting discussions and hypotheses regarding their source, intent, and possible implications. The sightings of these anomalous triangular objects have been a frequent topic of discussion amongst enthusiasts, researchers, and skeptics, with debates spanning various theories and interpretations. These mysterious phenomena continue to generate intrigue and curiosity, prompting a deeper exploration into the nature of these triangular unidentified flying objects and what their purpose is. Triangle UFOs are known for their distinctive and meticulously crafted triangular structure, typically being equilateral or isosceles in shape, featuring luminous lights at each vertex and occasionally a more prominent central light source. Witnesses often describe these objects as sizable, noiseless vehicles that can hover or streak through the sky at remarkable speeds, displaying exceptional agility and control. Numerous testimonies of triangle UFO encounters have been recorded worldwide and throughout various historical eras, indicating a widespread phenomenon that traverses cultural and national boundaries, sparking curiosity and intrigue among investigators and enthusiasts. This cryptic yet captivating aerial mystery continues to pique interest and prompt discussions among those fascinated by the mysteries of the unknown. During the late 20th century, specifically in the period known as the Belgian UFO wave, triangle-shaped UFOs were notably documented, marking one of the earliest such incidents. This phenomenon unfolded between 1989 and 1990, captivating the attention of numerous eyewitnesses who recounted seeing these immense triangular objects adorned with luminous lights drifting noiselessly across the skies of Belgium. Intriguingly, the Belgian Air Force delved deeply into these reports, launching thorough investigations aimed at unraveling the mystery surrounding these unconventional aerial sightings. Despite their concerted efforts, the authorities failed to offer a conventional rationale or explanation for the presence of these strange objects, which in turn triggered widespread conjecture regarding the potential extraterrestrial origins of these triangle UFOs. Triangle UFO sightings have persisted since then, with a steady increase in reports from various sources. Eyewitnesses have actively documented these mysterious aircraft through a plethora of photos and videos, highlighting the ongoing mystery surrounding them. Individuals have recounted their experiences of encountering these triangle-shaped UFOs in close proximity, often observing them hovering directly above or flying at low altitudes over residential neighborhoods. The characteristic silence and apparent stealth capabilities exhibited by these crafts have sparked speculation regarding the utilization of highly advanced propulsion and stealth technologies that surpass current human capabilities. This has fueled intrigue and discussion among both the general public and experts in the field of unidentified aerial phenomena. One prevailing theory that delves into the origin of triangle-shaped UFOs proposes that these strange crafts could potentially signify highly advanced aerial vessels originating from extraterrestrial sources. Advocates of this notion contend that the intricate technological advancements and unorthodox flight behaviors exhibited by triangular UFOs surpass those observed in traditional aircraft, indicating the possible involvement of an intelligence beyond human understanding in their creation and functioning. Furthermore, certain scholars postulate that these unidentified crafts might be maneuvered by extraterrestrial entities engaged in reconnaissance or surveillance activities on our planet. The complexities surrounding these triangular UFOs continue to spark debates and intrigue within the realm of UFO research, fueling speculations about their mysterious nature and possible interstellar origins. Drawing upon an alternative perspective, there exists a contention suggesting that triangular-shaped UFOs could potentially belong to a category of covert military aircraft or experimental prototypes engineered by governmental entities. Advocates of this viewpoint highlight the sophisticated functionalities exhibited by triangular UFOs, including their ability to move silently and execute sudden maneuvers as indicative of top-secret aerospace innovations undergoing clandestine testing. Skeptics posit that a significant number of reported sightings of triangular UFOs can be ascribed to misinterpretations of traditional aircraft, drones, or natural occurrences like stars or planets. The triangular configuration of these entities could potentially be a result of varying perspectives or atmospheric circumstances, causing observers to perceive them as larger. Moreover, the absence of definitive physical proof, such as remnants or wreckage associated with triangular UFOs, raises uncertainties regarding the notion that these objects have extraterrestrial origins or are linked to classified military activities. This contention underscores the importance of discerning between genuine unidentified aerial phenomena and explainable phenomena to avoid misconceptions and foster a more accurate understanding of such occurrences. The notion of crashed UFOs has captivated the imaginations of many, sparking intrigue and speculation about potential extraterrestrial encounters. Reports of alleged UFO crashes have permeated popular culture, fueling debates and investigations into the mysteries surrounding these strange events. Stories of unidentified flying objects meeting untimely fates on Earth's surface have persisted, prompting questions about their origins, implications, and the secrets they may hold. On the July 8th in the year 2023, an intriguing UFO account was recounted by Ross Coulthard to Jay Anderson, the host of Project Unity. The seasoned investigative journalist made a startling revelation regarding a massive unidentified flying object under the control of the United States that has been deemed immobile. Moreover, he confidently disclosed having knowledge of the precise whereabouts of this extraordinary aircraft. Notably, Coulthard made it explicitly clear that the stationary UFO is not situated within the borders of the United States. In an extensive and detailed narrative, Coulthard shed light on the existence of this awe-inspiring UFO, emphasizing its peculiar characteristic of being stationary and inaccessible for relocation. In the interview, Coulthard extensively deliberated on the possible repercussions arising from the recent introduction of the U.S. Senate Intelligence Bill. During the discussion, he made specific mention of insights derived from the writings of Douglas Dean Johnson concerning the bill's provisions. According to Johnson, the legislation purportedly obligates individuals in possession of materials originating from non-earthly or exotic sources, such as unidentified aerial phenomena, to ensure its accessibility to the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office within a stipulated timeframe of 6 months. Anderson expressed apprehensions regarding the extended 6-month timeframe, pointing out the potential for individuals possessing such materials to have adequate time to conceal or camouflage them effectively. In response, Coulthard acknowledged this possibility, but indicated that some unidentified aerial phenomena artifacts could be of such considerable size that relocating them within that timeframe might not be practically feasible. He cited an instance of a structure built above an enormous object in a foreign nation to illustrate this concept, which may seem improbable to some observers due to its sheer scale and audacity. This scenario underscores the intricate challenges involved in managing and verifying secretive materials within the UAP realm, highlighting the complexities and logistical hurdles associated with safeguarding and disclosing potentially groundbreaking discoveries. The disclosure of this information intrigued the UFO community, sparking interest in the potential location of the unidentified craft. What added to the curiosity was the reference made by the late former CIA pilot, John Lear, who had previously spoken about the presence of enormous crafts so sizable that they were immovable. A notable event occurred in 2018 when Lear took to Facebook to share a captivating account of a colossal buried UFO believed to be near Garrison, Utah. This mysterious narrative garnered attention and became a focal point of discussions at a UFO conference held in Las Vegas, further igniting Lear's inquisitiveness. In the historical narrative from 1953, there was a notable occurrence involving the crash of a substantial unidentified flying object near Garrison, Utah. The UFO was estimated to have a diameter ranging from 150 to 200 feet. John Lear said the following: "Many years ago, there was a UFO conference here in Vegas, and I went over to see a couple of friends. At the conference, the Garrison, Utah saucer crash was all the big rage. There was a report that I think was selling for about $30, which I bought and has disappeared from my library. In 1953, a very large saucer crashed near Garrison, Utah. It was about 150 to 200 feet in diameter. It was far too big for even the Blue Berets to move, so it was decided to bury it on the spot. Hundreds of soldiers with shovels began digging. Days and weeks went by. Settling little by little, they finally got the top of it about 50 feet below ground level. They then started the massive job of shoveling the dirt back in and around, and trying to make it look like nothing had ever happened. While all of the digging to bury the saucer was going on, they also dug a tunnel from the saucer several hundred feet to the south where they built 2 or 3 houses. The houses were constructed so that they looked like they were about 75 years old. They used old weathered wood, old nails, old window frames and panes, and old roofing. The only way that you could tell from the outside that it might not be so old were the padlocks on the doors, brand spanking new and of the highest quality. I don't remember what the interior was described as, except that there was a door that led to a stairwell that led to the tunnel that led to the craft. Now all that I am telling you is what I remember from the report, and I believe the report was written by the guy that broke into the buildings. In one of the houses was a type of logbook in which visitors would write their names and organizations. It included the Air Force, Navy, Army, and many other military and civilian organizations. 4 of the people at the conference, friends of mine and me, decided to mount an expedition to Garrison. One friend had a helicopter and fuel truck. One had some underground radar tracking equipment. He had come up to my gold mine about 5 miles away in an area not many people visited and where I had another claim named Cutthroat. The former name was Windmill and produced a fair amount of gold. About 300 yards east from this claim, there was an alleged Spanish treasure location. This treasure location had been found by somebody from the Phoenix area who had access to some Spanish treasure maps, and this location was indicated on one of the maps. Located in a pile of rocks was a perfectly square cutout about 10 inches wide and about 16 inches deep. At the bottom was like concrete. I had the underground radar guys scan the area and found only a few possible returns. The area is now in an area of critical environmental concern. Anyway, we were all supposed to meet up in 2 weeks for the garrison expedition, but somehow we never got underway. As far as I know, the craft is still there. I have posted some photos of the area from Google Earth where it was buried. I put a circle around where the houses are. I say this because they used to show up on Google Earth, but now they are not there even though I think they are. There would be no reason to take the houses down. They would want access forever. If they ever got the saucer cranked up, it would be light duty to push up through 50 feet of dirt. That's all I know about the garrison, Utah buried flying saucer, and I apologize to the originator of the story if I have not been entirely accurate. End quote. Interestingly enough, many amateur researchers have said that Utah is a hotspot for unidentified objects. While Garrison may seem like an ordinary town, it has garnered attention for something far more extraordinary: frequent sightings of unidentified flying objects soaring through its skies. These sightings, reported by residents and visitors alike, have sparked intrigue and speculation, fueling the belief that Garrison may be a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity. The phenomenon of UFO sightings above Garrison has been documented over several decades, with reports dating back to the mid-20th century. Witnesses describe witnessing strange lights and objects maneuvering through the night sky with astonishing speed and agility, defying conventional explanations, and leaving observers in awe and wonder. One of the most notable incidents occurred in the summer of 1997, when multiple witnesses reported seeing a series of bright lights descending from the heavens above Garrison. Eyewitnesses described the lights as pulsating orbs of light moving in synchronized patterns before abruptly disappearing from view. The incident garnered widespread attention and sparked speculation about the nature of the mysterious objects. While skeptics may dismiss these sightings as mere misidentifications of natural phenomena or conventional aircraft, proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis point to several compelling factors that suggest otherwise. First and foremost is the consistency and credibility of the eyewitness accounts, with reports coming from individuals of diverse backgrounds and professions, including military personnel, law enforcement officers, and respected community members. Additionally, many witnesses describe encountering UFOs that exhibit characteristics far beyond the capabilities of known human technology. These objects are often described as silent, hovering effortlessly in the sky before darting off at incredible speeds or executing sudden maneuvers that defy the laws of physics. Such behavior defies conventional explanations and raises the possibility that these objects may originate from beyond Earth's atmosphere. Furthermore, the frequency and persistence of UFO sightings above Garrison suggest that whatever phenomena is occurring in the area is not isolated or sporadic, but rather systematic and ongoing. Witnesses report multiple sightings over extended periods, suggesting a pattern of activity that cannot be easily dismissed or ignored. In recent years, advances in technology have provided new avenues for documenting and analyzing UFO sightings above Garrison. Amateur astronomers equipped with high-resolution cameras and telescopes have captured stunning footage of unidentified objects streaking across the night sky, further corroborating eyewitness accounts and adding to the body of evidence supporting the existence of unexplained aerial phenomena. Despite the compelling evidence and eyewitness testimony, the true nature and origin of the UFOs sighted above Garrison remain shrouded in mystery. While some speculate that these objects may be experimental military aircraft or classified government projects, others entertain the possibility that they may be of extraterrestrial origin, representing visitors from distant worlds seeking to observe or interact with humanity. Governments worldwide are commonly portrayed as secretive institutions enveloped in a veil of secrecy and mystery, especially concerning unidentified flying objects and potential encounters involving these mysterious aircraft. While official government versions typically diminish or outright reject the existence of UFOs, indications point towards policymakers behind closed doors grappling with the repercussions of such occurrences and devising strategies to handle public perception and steer the narrative. Viewing UFO crashes as authentic, numerous compelling rationales surface explaining why governments opt to keep such events confidential and refrain from divulging the reality to the public. A thorough exploration reveals that governments are frequently perceived as clandestine bodies, shielded from public scrutiny and ensconced in an air of mystery, especially in relation to instances involving unidentified flying objects and potential crashes involving these strange vessels. Despite official government accounts commonly trivializing or outright denying the presence of UFOs, evidence hints at policymakers engaging in discreet discussions regarding the implications of such phenomena and formulating plans to manage public opinion while maintaining control over the narrative. Adopting a comprehensive approach, it becomes evident that governments are often characterized as covert organizations cloaked in secrecy and ambiguity, notably in the realm of unidentified flying objects and potential crashes linked to these objects. The emergence of reports regarding UFO crashes and subsequent interactions with extraterrestrial entities has the potential to trigger significant impacts on society, culture, and religion. The acknowledgement of UFO crash incidents and the potential existence of highly developed alien societies could challenge deep-rooted beliefs and disrupt established worldviews, creating the possibility of widespread societal upheaval, religious turmoil, and existential reflections. Governments may harbor concerns that the revelation of such occurrences might disrupt societal stability and erode their authority, resulting in a depletion of public trust and questioning of their legitimacy. This unfolding of events has the capacity to provoke profound contemplation and discourse across various realms of human existence, urging individuals to reconsider their perceptions and understandings about the universe and our place within it. The potential benefits derived from studying and understanding the technology found in recovered unidentified flying objects can offer a substantial strategic advantage to any country fortunate enough to possess such remnants. These UFO artifacts could provide access to advanced propulsion mechanisms, groundbreaking energy solutions, and other cutting-edge technologies that have the potential to transform military capabilities, enhance economic competitiveness, and drive scientific progress to new heights. Governments may perceive the concealment of data related to UFO crashes as vital in order to secure a competitive edge against rival nations and protect national security interests. By closely guarding and harnessing the knowledge unlocked from UFOs, countries could position themselves at the forefront of technological advancements, giving them a crucial edge in the global arena. The exposure of UFO crash incidents carries significant implications for global geopolitics and international relations. It could trigger a race among nations striving to establish diplomatic ties, secure trade deals, and gain access to cutting-edge technology once it's known that beings from outer space are frequenting Earth and interacting with human society. Governments may be apprehensive that this disclosure might inaugurate a new phase of global instability, conflict, and rivalry over extraterrestrial assets, potentially leading to strained relations and conflicts between countries. This revelation has the potential to reshape the landscape of international diplomacy, trade, and power dynamics on a global scale as nations grapple with the prospects and challenges presented by contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. The disclosure of UFO crash incidents carries the potential to create substantial economic hurdles for sectors heavily dependent on traditional energy sources and technologies. The introduction of sophisticated alien technologies has the capacity to disrupt long-standing industries, render current infrastructure outdated, and redefine the landscape of worldwide markets. Governments might opt to safeguard established interests and influential economic entities by concealing details regarding UFO crashes and postponing the upcoming shift toward a new technological framework. Such secrecy and delay could impede the adoption of innovative technologies, impel resistance to change, and hinder the evolution towards a more advanced economic ecosystem intertwined with extraterrestrial discoveries. The ramifications of withholding information on UFO crashes not only impact economic sectors, but also have broader implications for societal progress, technological advancements, and global competitiveness. Someone watching the total solar eclipse just said that they showed some live footage from the International Space Station. However, after around a minute of it being shown, it was quickly shut down. The individual watching decided to take a closer look and think that they spotted something unusual. The International Space Station has become not only a symbol of international cooperation and scientific advancement, but also a hotspot for UFO enthusiasts and researchers claiming sightings of unidentified flying objects in close proximity to the space station. These alleged sightings have caused some online users to spend hours looking through footage in the hopes of finding something strange. And it stirred considerable intrigue and debate, offering tantalizing glimpses into the realm of the unknown and prompting questions about extraterrestrial visitation and the nature of space exploration. Observing UFOs near the International Space Station via live cameras has become a captivating phenomenon for online users, sparking curiosity, speculation, and a fervent interest in the possibility of extraterrestrial visitation. These alleged sightings, captured in real time by the space station's external cameras and streamed online, have garnered widespread attention and debate among UFO enthusiasts, researchers, and skeptics alike. From shimmering orbs to mysterious objects zipping past the station, the reported encounters offer tantalizing glimpses into the realm of the unknown and challenge our understanding of space exploration. The allure of witnessing a mysterious object near the International Space Station during a solar eclipse lies in the station's unique vantage point and the accessibility of live camera feeds, which provide a window into the cosmos for anyone with an internet connection. As the space station orbits Earth at an altitude of approximately 400 kilometers or 250 miles, its external cameras capture breathtaking views of our planet and the surrounding expanse of space. However, it is also a hotspot for alleged UFO sightings, with online users reporting sightings of strange and unexplained objects in the vicinity of the station. One of the most compelling aspects of these sightings is the live nature of the camera feeds, allowing viewers to witness the alleged UFOs in real time as they appear on screen. This immediacy adds a sense of authenticity and excitement to the encounters, prompting viewers to speculate about the nature and origin of the objects they are witnessing. From glowing lights to cigar-shaped craft, the variety of reported sightings contributes to the mystique and intrigue surrounding the phenomenon. This user posted what they believe is a disc-shaped object in the background. Online forums, social media platforms, and dedicated websites serve as hubs for sharing and discussing UFO sightings near the space station, fostering a sense of community among enthusiasts and providing a platform for exchanging information and analysis. Users often analyze video footage frame by frame, scrutinizing the movement, shape, and behavior of the objects in question in an effort to uncover clues about their nature and purpose. Despite the skepticism and controversy surrounding UFO sightings near the International Space Station, the phenomenon continues to captivate the imagination of online users around the world. The allure of witnessing something extraordinary in real time, coupled with the accessibility of live camera feeds, has made the space station a focal point for UFO enthusiasts and researchers seeking to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. Skeptics emphasized the significance of acknowledging the considerable presence of space debris in the Earth's orbit. This space junk, consisting of defunct satellites, fragments from rocket launches, and other man-made objects. The term space debris encompasses a wide range of objects, including abandoned spacecraft, upper stages of launch vehicles, carriers carrying multiple payloads, intentionally released debris during spacecraft separation or mission operations, debris resulting from spacecraft or upper stage explosions or collisions, solid rocket motor emissions, and even minuscule paint flecks released due to thermal stress or small particle impacts. This array of space debris poses a significant threat to space missions and satellites orbiting Earth. Spacecraft and launch vehicle remnants, along with debris deliberately jettisoned during mission phases, contribute to the ever-growing population of space debris. NASA has stated that more than 25,000 objects with sizes exceeding 10 centimeters have been identified within Earth's orbit. It is estimated that there are around 500,000 particles ranging between 1 and 10 centimeters in diameter. Additionally, the quantity of particles larger than 1 millimeter surpasses 100 million in number. Notably, as of January 2022, the cumulative mass of materials encompassing Earth's orbit has surpassed 9,000 metric tons. This evaluation sheds light on the vast array of space debris present in the Earth's vicinity, indicating the significant challenge posed by orbital litter. Since its launch in 1998, the International Space Station has served as a platform for scientific research, technological experimentation, and human habitation in the harsh environment of space. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for UFO activity near the ISS comes from video footage captured by the station's external cameras during spacewalks and orbital maneuvers. In these videos, Viewers can sometimes spot mysterious objects zipping past the station at high speeds or hovering in the distance, seemingly defying the laws of physics and conventional explanation. These objects often appear as bright lights or shimmering orbs, leaving viewers to speculate about their origin and purpose. In addition to video evidence, astronauts and cosmonauts aboard the ISS have reported first-hand encounters with UFOs during their missions. These accounts often describe anomalous objects appearing suddenly outside the station's windows, performing complex maneuvers, and then disappearing just as quickly. While skeptics attribute these sightings to space debris, ice particles, or optical illusions, others argue that the behavior and appearance of these objects defy natural explanation and suggest a more exotic origin. One of the challenges in studying UFO sightings near the International Space Station is distinguishing genuine anomalies from mundane or known phenomena. Space debris, satellite flares, and reflections from the station's solar panels can all produce optical effects that mimic the appearance of UFOs. However, careful analysis of the available evidence, including eyewitness testimonies, video footage, and telemetry data, can help researchers separate genuine sightings from misidentifications or artifacts. Despite the skepticism and controversy surrounding UFO sightings near the ISS, there remains a persistent interest among researchers and the public in exploring the possibility of extraterrestrial visitation and contact. The vastness of space and the limitations of human understanding make it plausible that we have yet to fully comprehend the mysteries lurking beyond our planet. Moreover, the ISS serves as a symbol of humanity's aspirations to explore and understand the cosmos, making it a natural focal point for speculation and curiosity about the unknown. As we continue to push the boundaries of space exploration and expand our presence beyond Earth, it is inevitable that we will encounter phenomena that challenge our preconceptions and expand our understanding of the universe. As of right now, UFO sightings near the International Space Station represent a fascinating and mysterious aspect of space exploration, sparking debate and speculation about the existence of extraterrestrial life and intelligence. Astronauts are often regarded as some of the most credible witnesses when it comes to UFO sightings due to several factors that enhance their reliability and credibility. Edgar Mitchell, the sixth person to walk on the moon during NASA's Apollo 14 mission in 1971, was not only known for his groundbreaking achievements in space exploration, but also for his outspoken beliefs regarding unidentified flying objects and extraterrestrial life. Mitchell's fascination with UFOs and his conviction that they represent visitations from otherworldly beings have made him a controversial figure in both scientific and ufological circles. Mitchell's interest in UFOs was sparked during his time as an astronaut and intensified after his return to Earth. In interviews and public appearances, he frequently discussed his encounters with UFOs and his belief that the government was covering up evidence of their existence. Mitchell claimed to have had his own UFO encounter while on a return flight from the moon, during which he allegedly experienced a profound sense of interconnectedness with the universe and a heightened awareness of the presence of intelligent beings beyond Earth. Mitchell's UFO beliefs were influenced by his experiences as an astronaut, as well as his background in science and exploration. He often spoke about the limitations of human knowledge and the need to remain open-minded in the search for truth. Mitchell believed that UFOs represented advanced technology beyond our current understanding, and that they held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. Despite facing skepticism and criticism from the scientific community, Mitchell remained steadfast in his conviction that UFOs were real and deserving of serious scientific study. He advocated for greater transparency and disclosure from governments regarding UFO sightings and encounters, arguing that the truth about extraterrestrial life was being withheld from the public. Mitchell founded the Institute of Noetic Sciences in 1973 to explore the intersection of science and spirituality and to promote research into consciousness and human potential, including the study of UFO phenomena. Mitchell's UFO beliefs became increasingly prominent in his later years as he became more vocal about his experiences and opinions. He participated in numerous documentaries, interviews, and public events focused on UFOs and extraterrestrial life, using his platform to advocate for greater awareness and understanding of the phenomenon. Mitchell's outspokenness earned him both admiration and criticism, with some praising his courage and honesty, while others dismissed his claims. In addition to his advocacy for UFO disclosure, Mitchell also expressed concern about the potential implications of contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. He warned of the need for humanity to approach the prospect of contact with humility and caution, recognizing the profound impact it could have on our society and worldview. Mitchell believed that acknowledging the reality of UFOs and extraterrestrial life could lead to a paradigm shift in human consciousness, fostering a greater sense of unity and cooperation among nations and peoples. Despite his passing in 2016, Mitchell's UFO beliefs continue to resonate with many people around the world. His legacy as an astronaut and advocate for UFO disclosure has inspired a new generation of researchers and enthusiasts to explore the mysteries of the cosmos and seek answers to the age-old question of whether we are alone in the universe. While his views may remain controversial, Edgar Mitchell's unwavering commitment to truth and exploration has left an indelible mark on the field of ufology and the quest for knowledge beyond Earth's borders. As many have pointed out, unlike some witnesses who may have vested interests or agendas, astronauts typically have no financial or personal incentives to fabricate or embellish UFO sightings. Their testimony is considered more objective and impartial, as it is not influenced by external factors or conflicts of interest. Astronauts undergo rigorous psychological screening and training to ensure they possess the emotional stability and resilience necessary to cope with the demands of space travel. Their ability to remain calm and composed under pressure enhances their reliability as eyewitnesses and reduces the likelihood of misinterpretation or exaggeration of their observations. Astronauts are highly respected professionals with distinguished careers in the field of space exploration. Their reputations are built on integrity, competence, and adherence to strict ethical standards. As such, their testimony carries significant weight and is taken seriously by both the scientific community and the general public. Overall, astronauts are uniquely qualified and credible eyewitnesses for UFO sightings due to their extensive training, attention to detail, technical expertise, verifiable testimony, professional reputation, psychological resilience, and independence from commercial interests. Their accounts provide valuable insights into the nature of unidentified aerial phenomena and contribute to the ongoing scientific inquiry into the mysteries of the cosmos. Over the last few years, the recent onslaught of severe weather that has swept across various states has not only unleashed significant quantities of rain, but also potentially triggered a surge in the proliferation of oversized pests referred to as floodwater mosquitoes. These formidable storms, characterized by their ferocity and destructiveness, have not only left a mark through their precipitation, but also possibly contributed to the rapid reproduction and spread of these particular mosquito species. Frequent in Oklahoma, floodwater mosquitoes, also known as gallinippers, have the remarkable ability to reach sizes up to 6 times greater than regular mosquitoes. Justin Talley, a livestock entomologist at Oklahoma State University Cooperative Extension, highlighted that although the disease risk associated with this specific type of mosquito is minimal, it poses a significant nuisance. In the realm of entomology, floodwater mosquitoes are often linked to causing extremely painful bites when they come into contact with humans. The size of these mosquitoes is noteworthy, making them more noticeable to individuals, particularly when the temperatures rise, as pointed out by Talley. The primary concern does not revolve around the transmission of diseases by these mosquitoes. Rather, it is the abundance of breeding grounds that facilitate their proliferation, with stagnant water serving as the ideal habitat for their reproduction. This intricate relationship between floodwater mosquitoes and their breeding sites underscores the importance of monitoring and managing standing water. Oklahoma experiences significant populations of floodwater mosquitoes during the months of May and June, particularly following periods of intense rainfall. To effectively minimize the presence of mosquitoes in the vicinity, it is crucial to eliminate any accumulated standing water around the premises. This preventive measure is fundamental in thwarting the breeding and proliferation of mosquitoes. When it comes to preventing water accumulation, it is crucial to inspect various locations where water could gather, including bird baths, garden containers, and even tree crevices. It is essential to ensure proper drainage of any standing water in these areas to reduce the risk of mosquito breeding grounds. In case stagnant water is unable to flow away from the premises, there are certain solutions accessible for addressing the issue. These solutions come in the form of products known as insect growth regulators, which can typically be administered in granular form using a conventional lawn fertilizer spreader. In essence, these regulators are designed to inhibit the growth and reproduction of insects, thereby helping to control population levels effectively. Standing water poses a significant risk as it can act as a prime location for mosquito breeding, as stated by Talley. Floodwater mosquitoes typically thrive in stagnant or minimally flowing water bodies found in wooded areas or alongside roads. The absence of movement in water bodies such as roadside ditches facilitates the ideal conditions for these mosquitoes to breed. Talley emphasized that in cases where water is stagnant, the risk of mosquito development is significantly higher compared to situations where there is a continuous flow of water, as moving water impedes the mating process for mosquitoes effectively. To minimize the risk of being bitten by a floodwater mosquito, there are several precautionary measures that can be taken. These steps are essential to reduce the likelihood of experiencing an unpleasant mosquito bite. In general, pests tend to exhibit increased activity during the evening hours and in areas with ample shade. Their propensity to bite extends not only to humans, but also to livestock and household pets. Engaging in outdoor pursuits calls for a prudent approach towards attire. It is advisable to opt for long-sleeve tops and full-length pants, particularly when indulging in outdoor activities. While it is true that floodwater mosquitoes possess the ability to penetrate clothing with their larger size, donning appropriate attire can serve as an initial protective barrier against their bite. Many people questioned whether these mosquitoes were genetically modified. Genetically modified organisms have been a subject of intense debate and scrutiny due to their potential impacts on the environment and human health. One area of concern is the unintended consequences of genetic modifications, which can lead to unforeseen changes in organisms' behavior and characteristics. In recent years, scientists have explored the possibility of using GMOs to control mosquito populations, particularly those that transmit deadly diseases such as malaria and dengue fever. However, there are concerns that GMOs designed to target mosquitoes could inadvertently result in unintended outcomes, such as larger mosquito populations. Mosquitoes are notorious vectors of disease, responsible for transmitting pathogens that cause illnesses such as malaria, dengue fever, Zika virus, and West Nile virus. Traditional methods of mosquito control, such as insecticides and mosquito nets, have had limited success in reducing mosquito populations and controlling disease transmission. As a result, scientists have turned to genetic engineering as a potential solution to combat mosquito-borne diseases. One approach involves creating genetically modified mosquitoes that carry a lethal gene or a gene that prevents them from transmitting pathogens to humans. These genetically modified mosquitoes are released into the wild, where they mate with wild mosquitoes and pass on the modified genes to their offspring. Over time, the population of disease-carrying mosquitoes declines, reducing the risk of disease transmission to humans. While this approach holds promise for controlling mosquito-borne diseases, there are concerns about the unintended consequences of releasing genetically modified mosquitoes into the environment. One potential unintended consequence is the possibility of mosquitoes growing bigger as a result of genetic modifications. Genetic modifications intended to control mosquito populations could inadvertently affect their growth and development. For example, changes to genes involved in regulating growth hormone levels or metabolism could result in mosquitoes with altered body sizes. Larger mosquitoes may have longer lifespans, higher reproductive rates, and increased resistance to environmental stressors, potentially leading to larger mosquito populations in the long term. Additionally, genetic modifications aimed at enhancing the efficacy of mosquito control methods could inadvertently promote the survival and proliferation of larger mosquitoes. For example, mosquitoes that are genetically engineered to be resistant to insecticides may survive and reproduce more successfully than smaller, non-resistant mosquitoes, leading to the evolution of larger, pesticide-resistant mosquito populations. Furthermore, the release of genetically modified mosquitoes into the environment could disrupt ecosystems and food chains, leading to unforeseen ecological consequences. Larger mosquitoes may have different feeding behaviors and preferences, potentially altering their interactions with other organisms and affecting the dynamics of ecosystems. It is essential to thoroughly evaluate the potential risks and benefits of using GMOs to control mosquito populations before implementing large-scale release programs. Comprehensive risk assessments should consider the ecological, environmental, and public health implications of releasing genetically modified mosquitoes into the wild. At the heart of the ethical debate surrounding genetically modified animals are concerns about animal welfare, environmental impact, human health, and moral considerations. Critics argue that genetic modification raises significant ethical issues, including the potential for animal suffering, the disruption of natural ecosystems, and the unknown long-term consequences of altering genetic traits. One primary concern is the welfare of genetically modified animals and the potential for suffering and harm. Critics argue that genetic modification may cause unnecessary pain and distress to animals involved in experimentation or breeding programs. Alterations, leading to reduced quality of life or increased susceptibility to disease. Furthermore, there are concerns about the environmental impact of genetically modified animals, particularly regarding their potential to disrupt natural ecosystems. Critics argue that the release of genetically modified animals into the wild could lead to unintended consequences, such as the spread of modified genes to wild populations or the disruption of ecological balance. For example, genetically modified fish engineered for faster growth or increased resistance to disease could escape from aquaculture facilities and interbreed with wild populations, potentially altering the genetic diversity and behavior of native species. Another ethical consideration is the potential risks to human health associated with consuming products derived from genetically modified animals. Critics raise concerns about the safety of genetically modified animal products, including meat, milk, and eggs, arguing that insufficient research has been conducted to assess the long-term health effects of consuming genetically modified organisms. Additionally, there are concerns about allergenicity, antibiotic resistance, and other potential health risks associated with genetically modified animal products. From a moral perspective, some critics argue that genetic modification represents a form of exploitation or commodification of animals, treating them as mere means to an end rather than respecting their intrinsic value and welfare. They raise questions about the ethical implications of manipulating the genetic makeup of animals for human purposes, such as enhancing productivity or altering physical characteristics for aesthetic or commercial reasons. However, proponents of genetic modification argue that it offers numerous potential benefits, including improved agricultural productivity, disease resistance, and medical advancements. They contend that genetically modified animals have the potential to address pressing challenges, such as food insecurity, environmental degradation, and human health issues. For example, genetically modified animals engineered for enhanced disease resistance could reduce the need for antibiotics in livestock production, mitigating the spread of antibiotic-resistant bacteria and improving food safety. Likewise, genetically modified animals designed to produce valuable pharmaceutical proteins or organs for transplantation could revolutionize medical treatments and save lives. Proponents also emphasize the rigorous safety testing and regulatory oversight that governs the development and commercialization of genetically modified animals, ensuring that they meet strict safety standards and ethical guidelines. They argue that genetic modification has the potential to promote sustainability, animal welfare, and human health when used responsibly and ethically. In the realm of cyberspace, where anonymity reigns supreme, the name Anonymous has become synonymous with mystery, intrigue, and rebellion. Born from the depths of the internet, this decentralized collective of hackers and activists has made headlines around the world for its daring exploits and bold declarations of defiance against authority and injustice. In one such instance, an anonymous hacker member emerged from the shadows to highlight a cache of documents that promised to shake the very foundations of our understanding of the world. Among these documents were revelations of giant discoveries, evidence of ancient beings of colossal stature that once roamed the earth, hidden in the annals of history and obscured from public view. The story begins with a cryptic message posted on an internet forum frequented by members of the anonymous collective. In the message, the hacker claimed to have gained access to a trove of classified documents stored on a secure server belonging to a government agency. These documents, the hacker alleged, contained explosive information that had been deliberately concealed from the public eye. The anonymous member posted that throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries, author Richard J. Dewhurst documented a series of peculiar accounts detailing the unearthing of oversized humanoid skeletons in North America. These archaeological findings initially pointed towards the existence of a previously unknown indigenous species, bearing a striking resemblance to the mythical race of giants depicted in ancient lore. However, rather cryptically, the reports accompanying data and physical evidence such as skeletal remains, ancient artifacts, and references to a giant-centric culture were meticulously concealed, destroyed, or kept hidden from the general public. The baffling suppression of these discoveries raises intriguing questions about the potential existence of a forgotten chapter in human history and hints at a deliberate effort to obscure knowledge of these enigmatic beings from wider scrutiny and understanding. In the initial stages of his research, Richard Dewhurst encountered a significant volume of archaeological findings unearthed by ordinary individuals during the expansion phase of New York settlements. A noteworthy instance highlighted in the report, A History of Livingston Country, New York 1824, was the unearthing of a burial mound belonging to indigenous peoples, where the excavation revealed the presence of remarkably large humanoid skeletons that were brought to light by Jesse Stanley. The report intricately detailed this discovery, shedding light on the remarkable uncovering of these ancient remains, providing a glimpse into the historical narratives embedded within the region. This notable event underscores the invaluable insights that arise from the unearthing of these archaeological treasures by members of the general populace, offering a unique perspective on the rich heritage and past civilizations that have shaped the landscape of New York. In the early 1820s, there was a significant event where a mound was excavated, uncovering a variety of artifacts such as arrowheads, a brass kettle, and knives that were found during the excavation process. Moreover, this excavation revealed multiple human skeletons, with one particular skeleton standing out due to its massive size. The jawbone of this gigantic human skeleton was notably large, so much so that Adam Holzlander, who was known as the largest man in the settlement at that time, could place it over his own chin and jaw like a mask, showcasing the immense size of the discovered remains. This discovery sparked intrigue and fascination among the local community, prompting discussions about the existence of such unusually large individuals in the past and their significance in the historical context of the region. In light of the compelling nature of the argument suggesting a possible error by the institute that initially reported the finding in 1820, it is crucial to consider the multitude of subsequent reports that emerged in connection with various mounds unearthed in the same region. One such report featured in a publication titled, A History of Western New York, 1804 from New York, meticulously documented the unearthing of colossal humanoid remains. These findings were meticulously examined and accurately documented by scientific authorities. This specific report has been noted for its detailed description and precise measurements of the unearthed bones. This substantial body of reports not only adds credence to the initial discovery, but also sheds further light on the consistency and accuracy of the findings across multiple excavations in the region. The comprehensive nature of these accounts reinforces the authenticity of the discoveries, with each subsequent report contributing to a growing body of evidence that substantiates the existence of these remarkable archaeological finds. In the realm of archaeological discoveries, there have been findings of human bones of colossal dimensions that astound with their exceptional state of preservation, allowing for meticulous description and measurement. The skulls uncovered in this intriguing collection possess cavities of such substantial size that they could adequately encase the head of a modern individual, effortlessly fitting like a contemporary hat or cap. Furthermore, the jaw bones exhibited in these revelations proved to be of significant dimensions, capable of being placed to align perfectly outside the facial structure of a person from our era. These exceptional features observed extend beyond the skulls and jaw bones, as additional skeletal remains unearthed showcase a remarkable consistency in size proportions with the aforementioned cranial and facial bones. A number of these remarkable artifacts have found their home in the display cases of antiquarians, where they remain on exhibition, providing a tangible link to our distant past for those keen on exploring the enigmatic secrets of bygone eras. Contrary to expectation, according to the information presented in this report, the skeletal remains of giants were carefully preserved, curated in museums, and examined by archaeologists in the past. However, in a puzzling turn of events, there is a notable absence of any giant humanoid skeletons currently available for public viewing or research in prominent Native American museums. The question arises, despite the numerous documented discoveries related to these colossal Native American skeletons, why do they seem to be conspicuously absent from contemporary displays or collections? Richard Dewhurst, in his detailed exploration, highlights a disturbing thread throughout his book that points towards a deliberate distortion of the historical narrative by a specific organization across generations. In a poignant quote attributed to Richard Dewhurst, this deception is succinctly encapsulated. The Smithsonian Institution, post-Civil War, implemented a policy that deliberately overlooked any direct foreign influence in the Americas before Columbus's arrival. This strategic exclusion has sparked various interpretations. Some argue that it stemmed from the post-war government's desire to suppress regional and ethnic tensions during the nation's delicate Reconstruction phase. Additionally, certain voices suggest that this exclusion was driven by the expansionist principles rooted in the doctrine of manifest destiny, aiming to conceal the origins of indigenous tribes displaced and decimated by westward expansion. There are also claims that this policy was strategically crafted to counter the Mormon religion's challenges, particularly its belief that the lost tribes of Israel resided in America. This multifaceted approach not only illustrates the complexity of historical narratives, but also underscores the intricate web of political, religious, and social factors at play during that era. Investigating the Smithsonian Institution's potential involvement in concealing the potential existence of humanoid giants raises intriguing questions. Dewhurst suggests that his research indicates a pattern within the Smithsonian's practices of disregarding archaeological findings that conflicted with their established narrative. This pattern seems to be closely linked to Major John Wesley Powell, an esteemed geologist who played a pivotal role in shaping the exclusionary policies regarding evidence. By delving into Powell's influence, it becomes apparent that he held significant sway over the institution's approach to managing new discoveries, particularly those diverging from established beliefs. During the inception of the Bureau of Ethnology by the United States Congress in 1879, Major John Wesley Powell assumed the esteemed role of its first director, a position he held until his demise in 1902. The Bureau's primary objective was the meticulous relocation of archives, records, and materials pertaining to the indigenous peoples of North America from the Interior Department to the Smithsonian Institution. Major Powell's tenure as the Bureau of Ethnology's director marked a significant period when his unrivaled expertise in American West geography led to a special assignment. Tasked with crafting a detailed account of the ancient tribes and their probable origins, he diligently penned a comprehensive report. Rather than subjecting his work to peer review by fellow experts, archaeologists, or field explorers, Powell swiftly elevated his report to the status of the Smithsonian Institution's official policy, a stance unchallenged for the ensuing century. Major John Wesley Powell authored a report addressed to the Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution named on limitations to the use of some anthropologic data. Within this report, he emphatically posited that there was no justification or advantage in pursuing the ancestral roots of indigenous tribes in North America. Powell's viewpoint was articulated clearly through the following excerpt from the report. In delving into the realm of customs, one may stumble upon subtle hints. Yet beyond this surface lies a realm where the findings have often been misappropriated, particularly in attempts to establish connections between the Native American tribes and ancient civilizations from distant corners of the globe. The study of these ancient artifacts has been marred by unnecessary conjecture regarding the potential links between the civilizations they represent and the indigenous tribes of North America from documented history. Therefore, there is no justification for seeking an external non-indigenous source to account for the advanced knowledge and skills displayed by the ancient inhabitants of North America, as evidenced by the artifacts unearthed from the mounds. In light of these reports, Charles Doolittle Walcott, who served as the Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution from 1907 to 1927, adopted the Powell Doctrine as the official stance of the institution for the latter part of the 20th century. Interestingly, to this day, the Powell Doctrine continues to be upheld by the Smithsonian despite the ongoing efforts of contemporary archaeologists and historians to advocate for the recognition of numerous settlement attempts predating the European colonization of the 18th century. This enduring adherence to the Powell Doctrine within the Smithsonian highlights the significance and influence of Walcott's decision, shaping archaeological practices throughout the years. Moreover, the persistent advocacy for acknowledging pre-colonial settlement endeavors underscores the continuous evolution and discourse within the field of archaeology, prompting a reevaluation of historical narratives and perspectives that have long dominated scholarly discussions. Richard Dewhurst, in his research findings, associated the concealment policy with compelling evidence pointing towards an extensive suppression, not only of the unearthing of large humanoid skeletons scattered throughout North America, but also of any relics hinting at a potential European presence or migration to the New World prior to Christopher Columbus's colonization ventures. Presently, the prevailing hypothesis regarding the Native Americans' origins revolves around a purely speculative notion suggesting that during the ancient Ice Age, ice bridges formed connecting continents worldwide, enabling migration from Africa to the southern regions of the Americas, despite a lack of concrete evidence supporting this assertion. Dewerst's investigations highlighted the existence of covert measures aimed at concealing historical truths, emphasizing the need to delve deeper into unraveling the mysteries surrounding the suppression of significant archaeological discoveries and narratives that could potentially reshape our understanding of the past. The ramifications of this policy are profound and multifaceted, making it difficult to fully grasp the extent of its impact. One prominent consequence has been the deliberate suppression of numerous discoveries labeled as out of context. These artifacts were generously offered to the museum with genuine unawareness of its entrenched policy favoring conformity and detracting from diverse perspectives. Complicating matters further, the majority of prestigious universities across the United States have aligning regulations, mirroring the Smithsonian's stance. Consequently, the pursuit of studying alternative narratives in American history has been severely hindered, with researchers facing insurmountable barriers in accessing grants and funding for such endeavors. This widespread stance limits the exploration of varied historical viewpoints and restricts the academic pursuit of a more inclusive understanding of the nation's past. Throughout modern times, the quest for giant humanoid skeletons, although futile, has unveiled a pervasive concealment orchestrated by North American archaeological institutions spanning the United States. This orchestrated suppression notably targets any conflicting evidence or revelations that challenge the Powell Doctrine's credibility. The prevailing scenario hints at a pattern where educational establishments persist in shielding the truth from public knowledge. This cloak of secrecy shrouds the Native American burial sites renowned for concealing these colossal skeletal remains. Unless independent entities take charge and delve into unearthing these clandestine burial mounds, harboring giant humanoid skeletons nationwide, the veil of misinformation propagated by academic circles will likely endure in the foreseeable future. During an excavation in the Lovelock Caves in Nevada, a fascinating discovery was unearthed by a team of archaeologists affiliated with the University of California. This intriguing find included a range of peculiar artifacts, most notably, the astonishing mummified remains of red-haired giants measuring between 8 to 10 feet in stature. Referred to as the Lovelock Giants due to their origin within the confines of the Lovelock Cave, these oversized individuals baffled researchers with their extraordinary size. In addition to the giant mummies, the archaeologists stumbled upon a peculiar pair of enormous sandals, distinctly unsuitable for the typical human foot, hinting at the enigmatic nature of these ancient findings. This revelation not only sheds light on the mysterious history of the region, but also raises intriguing questions about the existence of such gigantic individuals in the past, prompting further exploration and analysis to uncover the secrets of the Lovelock Giants. During archaeological excavations, a pair of sandals measuring 15 inches in length was unearthed, bearing distinct indications of previous wear. Notably, a handprint of considerable size was identified on one of the stones within the confines of Lovelock Cave. Many of the artifacts recovered from this site currently reside in various museums and private collections, underscoring their historical significance. In a notable discovery from 1931, 2 colossal skeletons of red-haired giants were uncovered in close proximity to the cave, sparking intense curiosity and speculation. These extraordinary findings have prompted widespread speculation and intrigue, fueling beliefs that an ancient race of giant humans once roamed the earth, leaving an indelible mark on history. The prevalence of enigmatic humanoid giant skeletons unearthed throughout various locations in North America has sparked widespread curiosity and intrigue within the archaeological community. Particularly noteworthy are the perplexing discoveries that challenge conventional explanations, coupled with the unsettling concealment of conflicting findings by reputed institutions such as the Smithsonian Institute, casting a shadow over the realm of North American studies. The esteemed expert in forensics, Dr. John McDowell, has actively participated in the investigation concerning the purportedly non-human mummies discovered in Peru. Dr. McDowell said that in the initial phases of their research endeavor, they were granted access to all the resources that had been requested, and this was done without any concealment or secrecy. This transparent and open approach marked the genesis of their investigative journey. Dr. John McDowell boasts an illustrious military career, having served as a former colonel in the U.S. Army and being the recipient of numerous accolades from the U.S. Department of Defense. Furthermore, he holds the esteemed title of Professor Emeritus at the University of Colorado and has notably held the prestigious position of President of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences. In recognition of his significant contributions to the field of forensic sciences, Dr. McDowell was honored with the prestigious 2024 Gradwell Medallion, a distinguished award widely regarded as the highest form of peer recognition within the forensic sciences community. The most capable team from the United States is currently present in Peru, actively engaged in on-site research on the human remains. If granted the necessary permissions and resources to continue their investigation effectively, there is a promising prospect of uncovering valuable insights and revelations. This esteemed group, renowned for their expertise and dedication, is devoting meticulous attention to examining the archaeological remains in Peru. Among the group was Dr. James Caruso, Chief Medical Examiner and Coroner of the City and County of Denver, Colorado, Dr. William Rodriguez, Forensic Anthropologist, Maryland State Medical Examiner, and previously mentioned Dr. John McDowell, retired professor at University Colorado, Forensic Odontologist. Dr. John McDowell said that they could have not been more professional and that data was made readily available to them. Ever since the controversy surrounding the Nazca mummies emerged, a notable player in opposition to the investigation has been the Peruvian Ministry of Culture. Firm in their stance, they have consistently contended that these preserved remains are merely elaborate dolls crafted by grave robbers with the intention of illicitly profiting from their sale on the underground market. During a recent presentation, a representative from the Ministry of Culture made an unsuccessful attempt to disrupt the proceedings. It appears that there was an expectation for Mosen and his team to physically present the mummified bodies at the event, a misconception that was swiftly dispelled. However, as the presentation unfolded, crucial insights were provided by American scientists who were present, offering their long-awaited expert analysis on the matter. This ongoing saga underscores the deep-rooted skepticism and divergent perspectives surrounding the authenticity and significance of the Nazca mummies, highlighting the complex interplay of cultural preservation, scientific inquiry, and commercial interests in such contentious archaeological debates. Dr. John McDowell, a respected retired professor and forensic odontologist from the University of Colorado, stands out as a prominent figure among his peers and took the lead in representing their collective stance. Their unanimous conclusion emphasized the urgent necessity for thorough investigations into the bodies in question, firmly refuting any claims of their authenticity. This pivotal revelation paves the way for academic institutions to delve deeper into the examination of the Nazca mummy specimens. Such a critical juncture not only underscores the significance of further scrutiny, but also highlights the potential for a multitude of scholarly establishments to engage with these samples, facilitating additional comprehensive studies and analysis. It's just been announced in the last few days that 2 new Nazca humanoids have been discovered, and oddly enough, their fingerprints are said to be completely different to that of a human's. Upon viewing the images, a significant number of individuals expressed their profound admiration, highlighting the challenging nature of replicating a fingerprint as attested by many observers. The intricate details captured in the photographs left a lasting impression, with viewers acknowledging the complexity involved, adding that it would be very difficult to fake a fingerprint. In a profound reflection on the Nazca discoveries, a user highlighted the distinct physical and biological attributes that define our individuality. This observation shed light on a novel revelation concerning these remarkable findings. Delving into the depths of these Nazca discoveries, the user emphasized the significance of recognizing the unique traits that set us apart as individuals. Amid recent revelations, it has come to light that the Peruvian government is facing a substantial lawsuit amounting to $300 million. The heart of this issue lies in the lack of assistance provided by Peruvian authorities to those delving into these significant discoveries. Instead of support, the investigators have encountered adversity in the form of insults and discreditation hurled at them by officials who have gone so far as to label them as deceivers. In a secluded area of Peru, the story takes place as indigenous inhabitants chance upon a remarkable spectacle, an unconventional item partly concealed in the ground. Upon thorough examination, they discover what seems to be the remnants of an extraterrestrial entity, a humanoid form displaying unfamiliar physical traits like elongated extremities, a large skull, and uniquely non-human attributes. The locals, taken aback by this find, promptly inform the authorities, sparking a wave of intrigue and investigation. This discovery incites a profound fascination among the populace as scientists, researchers, and curious onlookers flock to the site to scrutinize and unravel the mysteries surrounding this enigmatic being. In the midst of escalating curiosity surrounding the alleged extraterrestrial being, a team of dedicated researchers sets out on an exhaustive and thorough investigation, delving deep into the intricate details of its physical characteristics and makeup. As they meticulously examine every aspect, a particular focus is placed on the hands of the enigmatic creature, revealing a fascinating discovery: a set of fingerprints that defy all known patterns observed in the human species. This unprecedented revelation sparks a new wave of intrigue and raises profound questions about the origins and nature of this mysterious entity. Through a meticulous examination of the extraterrestrial being's fingerprints, researchers have unveiled intricate patterns characterized by distinct ridges and whorls that elude any resemblance to established human fingerprint archetypes. The baffling uniqueness of these prints has left experts puzzled, hinting at a potential divergence in evolutionary lineage or a wholly distinct origin for the enigmatic creature. The unveiling of the distinct fingerprints on the extraterrestrial body sparks intense debates and conjecture, not only among scientists, but also in broader circles. Doubters cast shadows of uncertainty on the genuineness of the discoveries, casting doubt on both the trustworthiness of the examinations and the validity of the assertions. The emergence of these peculiar fingerprints on the alien organism has set off a maelstrom of discussions with various factions offering contrasting viewpoints on the matter. Proponents advocating for the discovery assert that the existence of distinct fingerprints offers convincing proof regarding the extraterrestrial source of the alien entity. They highlight the detailed procedures and thorough examination carried out by specialists, reinforcing the credibility of the results. This breakthrough prompts profound inquiries into the essence of life outside our planet and challenges our comprehension of the universe. The presence of these unique fingerprints not only supports the claim of the alien body's origin from beyond Earth, but also invites contemplation on the potential implications for humanity's perception of existence in a vast cosmos. Others have questioned whether these discoveries are hybrids. The reported identification of an extraterrestrial being possessing distinct fingerprints carries profound implications for humanity's perception of the cosmos and our position in it. Should this discovery be verified, it would mark a significant advancement in our pursuit of comprehending the enigmas surrounding life beyond Earth. Such confirmation would not only represent a groundbreaking achievement, but also challenge established beliefs regarding evolution and the biological realm, prompting a reassessment of the potential diversity and intricacies of organisms existing elsewhere in the universe. This revelation has the potential to reshape our understanding of the vast expanse of the cosmos and the potential existence of life forms that differ significantly from those known to us. The breakthrough has the potential to transform the field of forensic science significantly and revolutionize the way fingerprint analysis is approached, presenting fresh perspectives on the origins and variety of life in the vast universe. Delving into the unique characteristics of extraterrestrial life forms' fingerprints may reveal valuable insights into their evolutionary trajectories and biological diversities, contributing to a deeper understanding of the intricate mechanisms that shape life across the cosmos. Scientists have just announced that scans on the two aliens presented in Mexico suggest that they are not assembled or manipulated. Scientists and academics, in their ongoing effort to maintain credibility and uphold scientific rigor, have refuted the veracity of the findings presented by these researchers, regarding them as yet another publicity stunt. In Mexico City, medical professionals working at a laboratory conducted X-ray and CT scans on the bodies, utilizing advanced imaging techniques to examine and analyze them in detail. In terms of uncovering the truth behind the alleged hybrid bodies found in Mexico, It is important to note that José de Jesus Zalqui Benitez, the director of the Health Sciences Research Institute of the Secretary of the Navy, led the investigations and concluded that there was no evidence of assembly or manipulation of the bodies. This finding directly contradicts previous suggestions that the bodies were constructed using a combination of animal and human bones. As curiosity surrounding the alien body grew, researchers decided to subject it to a series of scientific tests, including X-ray imaging to reveal its internal structure and composition. The X-rays unveiled startling details about the creature's anatomy, including a peculiar metal implant lodged in its neck, a discovery that only deepened the mystery surrounding its origin and purpose. The presence of the metal implant fueled speculation about the creature's origins and its potential connection to extraterrestrial beings. Some suggested that the implant served as a tracking device or communication device, allowing the creature to interact with its alien counterparts or navigate unfamiliar terrain. Others proposed more sinister explanations, such as experimentation or manipulation by unknown forces. The purported discovery of an alien body in Peru and the revelation of the metal implant have profound implications for humanity and our understanding of the universe. If confirmed, the discovery could represent a paradigm shift in our understanding of life beyond Earth, confirming that we are not alone in the cosmos. Speculation abounds about the origins and motivations of the alleged alien body, with theories ranging from interstellar travelers to clandestine government experiments. Some suggest that the creature may have crash-landed on Earth in a UFO, while others propose that it may be a genetically engineered being created by advanced civilizations. The possibility of extraterrestrial life has long intrigued humanity, fueling speculation, fascination, and scientific inquiry. Imagine a scenario in which this age-old question is definitively answered, and the existence of intelligent beings from other worlds is revealed to be real. The revelation of extraterrestrial life would constitute a seismic shift in our scientific understanding of the cosmos. For centuries, humanity has pondered the question of whether we are alone in the universe. The confirmation of alien life would validate the notion that life is not unique to Earth, but rather a common occurrence throughout the cosmos. This paradigm shift would revolutionize fields such as astrobiology, astronomy, and planetary science, prompting new avenues of research and exploration as scientists strive to understand the nature and diversity of extraterrestrial life forms. The discovery of extraterrestrial life would catalyze a wave of technological advancements as humanity endeavors to study, communicate with, and potentially visit these newfound neighbors in the cosmos. Breakthroughs in space exploration technologies, such as faster-than-light propulsion systems, advanced telescopes, and interstellar communication devices, would enable humanity to venture further into the cosmos and establish contact with alien civilizations. Moreover, the need to protect Earth from potential threats posed by extraterrestrial visitors would spur the development of enhanced planetary defense systems and surveillance technologies. Alien disclosure would have profound cultural and societal implications, reshaping our collective worldview and sense of identity. The revelation that we are not alone in the universe would foster a sense of cosmic interconnectedness and solidarity among humanity, transcending national borders, political divides, and cultural differences. It would inspire a newfound sense of wonder and curiosity about the cosmos, igniting a global renaissance of science, exploration, and discovery. In the vast expanse of the Nevada desert, there lies a place of mystery and intrigue, the Tonopah Test Range. Known for its association with classified military activities and rumored extraterrestrial encounters, this remote desert facility has long captured the imaginations of people. It was against this backdrop that one online user, an amateur archaeologist and self-proclaimed explorer of the unknown, found himself drawn to the mysteries of the Tonopah Test Range. Armed with little more than a laptop and an internet connection, the man reported that he spent countless hours scouring satellite imagery of the Nevada desert in search of anomalies that might hint at hidden secrets beneath the surface. It was during one of these late-night browsing sessions that he stumbled upon something truly remarkable: a pyramid-shaped structure nestled amidst the desolate terrain of the Tonopah Test Range. At first glance, it appeared to be nothing more than a trick of light and shadow, a mirage conjured by the harsh desert sun. But as he zoomed in closer, he realized that what he had discovered was no mere illusion. It was a solid black pyramid, its geometric form unmistakable against the backdrop of the desert landscape. Excited by his discovery, he set out to learn more about the mysterious structure he had uncovered. Using satellite imagery and topographical maps, he carefully plotted his course, determined to reach the pyramid and unlock the secrets it held within. However, he quickly realized that due to its location, he would never be able to get close to it, and so he decided to upload photographs of it to social media. Interestingly, occurrences of mysterious objects in the desert have been noted before, prompting speculation that these vast, barren areas serve as ideal sites for experimental activities. The idea that deserts are conducive environments for conducting experiments has triggered discussions and theories among researchers and enthusiasts. Military installations in deserts are often regarded as ideal locations for conducting secretive experiments away from the prying eyes of the public for several compelling reasons. These barren, uninhabited expanses offer a level of seclusion and security that is difficult to replicate in more densely populated areas, making them well suited for the clandestine activities of military and government agencies. Firstly, the vast and desolate nature of deserts provides a natural barrier against unwanted intrusion. With vast stretches of arid land devoid of significant human habitation, deserts offer a degree of isolation and concealment that is crucial for keeping sensitive operations under wraps. And this isolation minimizes the risk of accidental exposure or interference from civilians, journalists, or competing nations, allowing military installations to operate with a greater degree of secrecy and autonomy. Moreover, the harsh environmental conditions of deserts serve as a deterrent to unauthorized access. Extreme temperatures, shifting sand dunes, and rugged terrain make deserts inhospitable and challenging to navigate without proper equipment and training. As a result, potential trespassers are deterred from attempting to breach the perimeter of military installations, further enhancing the security and confidentiality of the facilities. Additionally, the remote location of desert installations affords greater control over access and surveillance. Military bases situated in deserts often have well-defined perimeters secured by fencing, checkpoints, and surveillance technology, allowing authorities to monitor and control entry and exit points with precision. This enables military personnel to screen individuals and vehicles entering the installation, mitigating the risk of unauthorized personnel gaining access to sensitive areas. Furthermore, the expansive and open terrain of deserts provides ample space for conducting large-scale experiments and test flights without interference. Whether testing new weapon systems, conducting training exercises, or experimenting with advanced technologies, military installations in deserts offer the freedom and flexibility to operate without constraints imposed by urban development or airspace restrictions. This expansive testing ground allows military agencies to push the boundaries of innovation and explore cutting-edge capabilities in a controlled environment. Moreover, the remote and isolated nature of desert installations minimizes the risk of collateral damage or public scrutiny in the event of accidents or mishaps. In the event of an unforeseen incident, such as a test failure or equipment malfunction, the sparsely populated surroundings of deserts reduce the likelihood of harm to civilians or damage to civilian infrastructure, thereby mitigating the potential fallout and public backlash. Lastly, the secrecy surrounding military installations in deserts serves to protect classified information and maintain strategic advantage. By conducting experiments and operations away from public scrutiny, military agencies can safeguard sensitive technologies, tactics, and intelligence from adversaries seeking to gain an edge. This clandestine approach allows military installations to maintain a veil of secrecy around their activities, preserving the element of surprise and strategic ambiguity crucial for national security. The Madison County Sheriff's Office posted the following on social media. The Madison County Sheriff's Office is investigating the passing and mutilation of cattle along Saucer. Ranchers reported that a 6-year-old Longhorn Cross cow had been found lying on her side, deceased, and disfigured on their ranch. A straight, clean cut with apparent precision had been made to remove the hide around the cow's mouth on one side, leaving the meat under the removed hide untouched. The tongue was also completely removed from the body with no blood spill. It was noted there were no signs of struggle, and the grass around the cow was undisturbed. No footprints or tire tracks were noted in the area. Ranchers also reported that no predators or birds would scavenge the remains of the cow, leaving it to decay untouched for several weeks. While looking into the Longhorn Cross's passing, 5 other similar occurrences involving 4 adult cows and 1 yearling were reported along the area of OSR running into Brazos County, as well as Robertson County. Each incident occurred in different locations, pastures, and herds. The other cows were found in the same condition, lying on one side with the exposed side of their face cut along the jawline and the tongue, once again completely removed. On 2 of the 5 cows, a circular cut was made, removing the insides. This circular cut was made with the same precision as the cuts noted around the jawlines of each cow. Just like the first, there were no signs of struggle or disturbance in the grass, no blood spill, and no noticeable tracks. No predators or birds would scavenge the remains for several weeks after the animals passed. The cause of the expirations of all 6 cows remains unknown. Multiple similar incidents have been reported across the United States, and we are actively coordinating with other agencies to find answers. Please notify the Madison County Sheriff's Office if you or someone you know observes any similar occurrences. End quote. Cattle mutilation is a phenomenon in which cattle and other livestock are found in mysterious circumstances, often with their insides removed or mangled in a precise and surgical manner. This has been a topic of debate and controversy for several decades, with many speculating that advanced beings or secret government agencies are responsible for the mutilations. Oddly enough, many of these instances happen within the span of a few hours, with ranchers and note that it was in the 1960s that the reports were picked up by newspapers. Farmers and ranchers began to notice their livestock passing away in strange ways, saying that in many cases, the animals were found with their udders, tongues, and eyes removed, as well as strange circular marks on their skin. The marks appeared to be cauterized or burned, suggesting the use of some kind of surgical tool. The animals were also found without any signs of struggle or predation, leading to speculation that something otherworldly was responsible. Over the years, several theories have emerged to explain what is happening, with some believing that advanced beings are responsible, using the animals for medical experimentation or to study the effects of Earth's environment. Others believe that the government or military is involved, using the animals to test biological weapons or to experiment with advanced surgical techniques. But those who've studied the phenomenon have said that why would government officials risk getting caught, noting that the government owns private land and that it would be much easier to do this on some government facility rather than sneaking into a random farm. The Upper Ohio River Valley Investigation. The earliest known study into sudden cattle expirations of the modern day began in the state of Ohio back in 1966, when an investigator known as John Keel began to look into a series of unexplainable cases that were recorded around the Upper Ohio River Valley. The cattle seemed to have passed away due to bizarre circumstances that were otherwise impossible to have occurred naturally. Instances of animal autopsies showed that a number of cattle had passed away shortly after falling from a great height, despite the fact that the pastures were wide expanses of flat, endless land with no heights great enough to have caused the injuries recorded. Other instances noted that the cattle appeared to have been cut up with precision tools that created perfectly straight lines in the livestock in their thick hide that would have required special surgical equipment. A list of consistent findings were the following. Many of the livestock expirations were made with clean surgical cuts that would have required precise tools and equipment. Many of the cattle found had been completely drained of blood, showed no sign of spillage in the surrounding area, or any form of clotting surrounding their wounds. Over 90% of the cattle that was targeted was between the age of 4 to 5 years old. No footprints, spillage, tracks, or evidence of any other animal nearby could be found, including the tracks of the animal that had been found. These discoveries and subsequent livestock investigations stayed within the farming communities for several decades without the general public aware of the events. One theory as to why mysterious aircrafts might be interested in cattle is related to the idea that they are using the animals for scientific research. Many of the body parts that are removed in cattle exploration cases are similar to those that would be taken in a scientific study. For example, the eyes might be removed to study the retina, or the organs might be taken to study the effects of radiation on cells. Some researchers also believe that the expirations are a form of biological sampling in order to study the effects of environmental toxins on the animals, with ranchers saying that strange burn marks have sometimes been found etched into the ground, and that there's been high levels of radiation measured after one of these explorations has happened. Another theory is that the cattle explorations are part of a larger agenda. Some people believe that mysterious aircrafts are interested in cattle because they are using them as a food source. Others believe that the explorations are part of a program where the animals are being genetically altered in some way. Although scientists and researchers have said that there is no concrete evidence to support these claims, as of right now, they remain popular among enthusiasts. Some researchers have also proposed that the explorations may be related to experimentation or surveillance. They suggest that some unknown agency may be testing new technology on cattle or using the animals as part of a surveillance program. While this theory is also largely unsupported, it is not outside the realm of possibility given the history of government experimentation on both animals and humans. The mystery of the Skinwalker Ranch encounter. Skinwalker Ranch is no stranger to the supernatural. In fact, the area is so familiar with the unexplainable that it led to a joint investigation between the privately owned company, Bigelow Aerospace, and the United States government's military, the Department of Defense. Over a period of about 20 years, a joint investigation was made to uncover the cause of the paranormal, supernatural, and mysterious sightings made across the area and determine whether or not the cause was a threat to national security. This led to the purchasing of a piece of land that would later be referred to as the Skinwalker Ranch due to the region's massive amount of sightings of a mysterious humanoid monster known as the Skinwalker. Interestingly enough, over the 20 years of investigation, a surprising amount of evidence came forward that would help to explain the previously believed paranormal causes into something far more evident of advanced technologies. One of the strangest examples of supernatural encounters from the Gorman family was that of the instantaneous cattle exploration that took place no more than about 20 feet away from them as they fed their livestock. According to the Gorman family, their cattle had been in a small field together with a baby calf resting beside its mother as the cows were being fed. Suddenly, the family claimed that the mother cow began bellowing sadly as it ran in circles with a partial limp that seemed to be a form of temporary paralysis. When the family walked to the cow to see what was wrong, they noticed that the calf had been opened up and picked completely clean with a precision that was more akin to surgical tools. And this happened in the few seconds it took them to walk from the calf down the field 20 feet and then back again. When the researchers investigated the exploration, they found that the hide of the calf was too thick to have been cut by a knife and would have required surgical tools and a large amount of time to have performed the procedure, leaving behind nothing but an untouched head and a skeleton picked completely clean. It's for this reason that some have suggested that a time slip might be happening within this area, pointing out that it's impossible for something like this to be carried out in such little time, saying that the area where this is located is completely open and that they would have seen vehicles or people running away. Oddly enough, although these stories seem like a work of fiction, there's so many ranchers throughout the area that report the same thing and have said that the problem is so bad that it's causing some of them to close down their business. One of the earliest investigations into cattle explorations was conducted in the 1970s by the FBI. The agency was brought in to investigate the exploration of a cow in New Mexico, which was found with its udder removed and completely drained. The FBI conducted an extensive investigation, including collecting physical evidence and interviewing witnesses. However, they were unable to determine the cause of the exploration and concluded that it was likely the result of natural causes or predators. Since then, many other investigations have been conducted into cattle explorations with various organizations trying to find an explanation for the phenomenon. Many prominent organizations have investigated these mysterious events and have concluded that hundreds of cases of cattle explorations are not caused by people playing pranks, and that many of their investigations have suggested that advanced activity may be involved. According to these investigations, many of the cattle explorations they have investigated exhibit strange characteristics that suggest the involvement of advanced beings. These characteristics include the surgical precision of the cuts made on the animals, the apparent lack of blood at the scene, and the absence of tracks or footprints near the site of the exploration. In some cases, witnesses have also reported seeing strange lights or objects in the sky around the time of the exploration. Despite these claims, there is still no conclusive evidence linking cattle exploration to advanced activity or any other cause. Some skeptics suggest that the exploration are simply the work of human pranksters, while others believe that natural causes or predators are responsible. In some cases, it has been suggested that the expiration may be the result of animal testing by private organizations. As investigations into cattle expirations continue, it is clear that there is still much that is unknown about this strange phenomenon. However, the interest in and attention given to these cases have helped to raise awareness of the importance of investigating unexplained phenomena and the need for scientific rigor in such investigations. The ongoing search for answers also underscores the importance of keeping an open mind and considering all possible explanations, no matter how unlikely they may seem. As of right now, cattle explorations remain a mysterious phenomenon that has intrigued and puzzled investigators for decades. While many investigations have been conducted into these cases, the cause of the expirations remains unknown. The involvement of advanced activity has been suggested, but no conclusive evidence has been found to support this theory. As investigations into cattle expirations continue, it is important to approach the phenomenon with an open mind and a commitment to scientific rigor in the hope of one day unraveling the mystery behind these bizarre occurrences. In the remote and icy expanse of Antarctica, scientists were met with a chilling and perplexing sight. Thousands of expired penguins strewn across the frozen landscape. The discovery sent shock waves through the scientific community, sparking urgent inquiries and raising troubling questions about the health of Antarctic ecosystems. For decades, Antarctica has served as a vital sanctuary for a myriad of wildlife, including the iconic and resilient penguins. These flightless birds have adapted to the harsh conditions of the Antarctic environment, relying on their thick plumage and communal huddling behaviors to survive the frigid temperatures and relentless winds. Yet, despite their resilience, the penguins found scattered across the icy terrain bore silent witness to a tragedy of unprecedented proportions. The cause of their passing remains shrouded in mystery, confounding researchers and prompting a comprehensive investigation into potential factors contributing to the mass mortality event. Initial assessments ruled out natural predators or extreme weather conditions as primary culprits, leaving scientists to explore alternative hypotheses ranging from disease outbreaks to environmental contamination. One prevailing theory proposed that the penguins may have succumbed to a virulent pathogen or infectious disease sweeping through their colonies. Given the close proximity and social behaviors of penguins, contagious illnesses have the potential to spread rapidly, decimating populations with alarming speed. However, extensive necropsies and laboratory analyses failed to identify any conclusive evidence of infectious agents, leaving researchers to reconsider alternative explanations. The discovery in Antarctica revealed a tragic scene with a minimum of 600 Adler penguins confirmed to have expired, and it is believed that the actual passing toll could be much higher, potentially involving thousands more. Thousands of penguins have tragically perished, and the exact reason behind this sudden spate of passings remains a mystery. The researchers currently involved have raised concerns regarding the potential role of the highly pathogenic bird flu virus in the unfortunate passing of the penguins. Despite conducting field tests, definitive conclusions could not be drawn, leading to inconclusive results. To delve deeper into this puzzling situation, samples have been collected and are in the process of being sent to specialized laboratories. Scientists express significant concerns regarding the potential devastating effects of the highly lethal influenza on the endangered populations of penguins and various other animals inhabiting the isolated southern continent. The disease has exhibited unprecedented aggressiveness in wildlife following its introduction to South America in 2022 and subsequent rapid transmission to Antarctica, where the first case of this virus was officially documented in February. Megan Dewar, a wildlife biologist associated with Federation University and a key participant in the most recent expedition. They reported that the occurrence of this virus could have far-reaching consequences on wildlife, which is already under strain due to environmental pressures. The profound impact of this outbreak goes beyond just the immediate threat posed by the disease itself as it exacerbates the challenges faced by these vulnerable ecosystems, drawing attention to the urgent need for proactive conservation efforts to safeguard these fragile species against an array of threats. Durer informed Reuters about the discovery of deceased Adderley penguins on Heroina Island, where they were completely frozen in the harsh sub-zero weather conditions entombed under a layer of snow. Dürer, along with a limited group of researchers, encountered challenges in accurately counting all the deceased animals on the expansive island, with their approximation suggesting that a significant number, possibly numbering in the thousands, perished over a period of weeks or even months. Despite their efforts, a precise figure eluded them due to the sheer scale of the devastation and the limitations of their resources and time. Around 280,000 Adelie penguins form a colony on Heroina Island annually, engaging in breeding activities. According to Duarte, a member of the expedition team, by the time they arrived, the penguins had completed their breeding cycle and had already departed from the area. Duarte's expedition successfully identified the presence of the H5 strain of bird flu on the Antarctic Peninsula and 3 adjacent islands, specifically in skewer seabirds, which are known to prey on penguin eggs and chicks. According to data from the British Antarctic Survey, around 20 million pairs of penguins breed in the Antarctic region annually. This population includes emperor penguins, a species that scientists are gravely concerned about, predicting their near extinction by the end of this century. This impending threat stems from the diminishing sea ice caused by ongoing climate change. The reduction of sea ice in 2022 resulted in a tragic incident where thousands of emperor penguin chicks lost their lives by drowning. This highlights a poignant consequence of the detrimental effects of climate change on vulnerable wildlife populations in Antarctica and underscores the urgent need for conservation efforts to safeguard these species for future generations. In recent years, a disturbing trend has emerged across the globe: mysterious mass exploration of birds. From North America to Europe, Asia to Africa, reports have surfaced of thousands of birds inexplicably dropping from the skies, leaving scientists and experts baffled and concerned. While numerous factors may contribute to these mysterious events, there is growing speculation that electromagnetic interference could play a role in these avian tragedies. Birds, with their remarkable navigational abilities and finely tuned sensory systems, rely on Earth's magnetic field for orientation and navigation during migration. This innate ability, known as magnetoreception, enables birds to undertake epic journeys across vast distances with remarkable precision. However, the proliferation of electromagnetic fields from human-made sources, such as power lines, communication towers, and wireless technologies, has raised concerns about potential disruptions to avian navigation and behavior. One theory posits that birds may become disoriented or confused when exposed to high levels of electromagnetic radiation, leading to navigational errors and collisions with structures or each other. In urban environments densely populated with electromagnetic signals, such as cities or industrial areas, the risk of bird collisions and fatalities may be heightened, exacerbating the phenomenon of mass bird explorations. Furthermore, electromagnetic interference could potentially disrupt other physiological processes in birds, including their immune systems, reproductive behaviors, and hormonal regulation. Prolonged exposure to electromagnetic fields may induce stress responses in birds, weakening their immune defenses and making them more susceptible to diseases and infections. This could contribute to the observed increase in avian mortality rates and population declines in affected regions. Another potential mechanism by which electromagnetic interference could impact birds is through disruption of their internal compass mechanisms. Birds possess specialized magnetoreceptor cells containing magnetic minerals, such as magnetite, which help them detect and interpret Earth's magnetic field. However, exposure to strong electromagnetic fields may interfere with these magnetoreceptor cells, impairing birds' ability to navigate and orient themselves properly. This could lead to disorientation, confusion, and ultimately fatal consequences for affected individuals. While the link between electromagnetic interference and mass bird explorations remains speculative and requires further scientific investigation, there is mounting evidence to suggest that human activities may be contributing to these mysterious phenomena. As society becomes increasingly reliant on wireless technologies and electromagnetic infrastructure, the potential impacts on wildlife, including birds, cannot be overlooked or dismissed. In addition to electromagnetic interference, other factors may also contribute to mass bird die-offs, including habitat loss, climate change, pollution, disease outbreaks, and human disturbances. The cumulative effects of these stressors may exacerbate vulnerabilities in bird populations, leading to catastrophic mortality events on a large scale. Efforts to mitigate the impacts of electromagnetic interference on birds and other wildlife must prioritize scientific research, monitoring, and conservation initiatives. This includes conducting comprehensive studies to assess the effects of electromagnetic radiation on avian behavior, physiology, and population dynamics, as well as implementing measures to minimize or mitigate potential risks. As of right now, the mysterious mass exploration of birds observed worldwide underscore the complex interactions between human activities and natural ecosystems. While electromagnetic interference remains a plausible hypothesis for these mysterious phenomena, further research is needed to elucidate the underlying mechanisms and potential impacts on avian populations. As stewards of the environment, it is imperative that we take proactive measures to safeguard wildlife and mitigate the unintended consequences of our technological advancements. In the realm of modern technological marvels, few innovations have had as profound an impact on human exploration and discovery as Google Earth. This powerful tool, offering users a bird's-eye view of our planet from the comfort of their own homes, has facilitated countless remarkable discoveries and revelations. Yet, amid the vast expanses of digital terrain that Google Earth presents, there exist mysteries waiting to be unearthed, secrets hidden beneath the surface of our world. One man reported that he was scanning the ocean floor when he found a mysterious anomaly, describing it as being unlike anything he had ever seen before. Stretching for hundreds of miles beneath the surface, he described it as being a colossal wall of unknown origin, adding that its sheer magnitude and scale defy explanation. Towering like a silent sentinel, this underwater wall seemed to span the entire circumference of the planet, its origins shrouded in mystery and speculation. Fueled by curiosity and a sense of wonder, the man embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind this mysterious structure. Armed with screenshots and coordinates obtained from Google Earth, he reached out to fellow enthusiasts and researchers in the hope of unraveling the secrets hidden within the depths of the ocean. Following the exploration of the underwater wall, numerous individuals successfully captured videos and screenshots portraying it as a massive underwater structure that stood out as one of the largest structures they had encountered in their underwater expeditions. After uploading the video, an unexpected turn of events occurred when his followers noted his abrupt disappearance, sparking a multitude of speculations regarding the reasons behind his mysterious vanishing. The disappearance of the person in question after sharing the video led to a flurry of theories as people tried to unravel the mystery surrounding the sudden exit. In a scenario where one individual shared that they reached a point where their revelations veered too close to reality, they were cautioned against further posting, hinting at potential censorship. Another user insinuated the possibility of the individual being silenced or eliminated as a consequence of their revelations. Whistleblowers have emerged in recent years claiming that they were instructed to refrain from discussing specific subjects, particularly when those topics are in proximity to the truth, even though this may seem improbable. These individuals have asserted that there are instances where they faced restrictions on discussing certain matters, especially when their discourse touched upon sensitive truths that were not meant to be disclosed. In addition to this development, the location where the extensive underwater formation was initially observed has since been eradicated. This action prompted certain researchers to suggest that the documentation through videos and photographs by the individual was crucial. Without this visual evidence, skepticism from the public towards the existence of the object would have been inevitable. The removal of the underwater structure raises questions about preservation and documentation of such phenomena. Researchers emphasize the significance of capturing and archiving evidence to support claims that might otherwise be dismissed. Google Earth made a surprising move recently by eliminating an underwater formation referred to as the Malibu underwater anomaly. This action by Google Earth instigated intrigue and curiosity among users and researchers worldwide. In the aftermath of his disappearance, many questioned why this mysterious wall was suddenly deleted from Google Earth. As of right now, a variety of theories have been put forward for why this happened, but none have been proven. The mysterious holes on the ocean floor. During a recent scientific venture to the mostly uncharted regions of the northern mid-Atlantic ridge, a team of marine scientists made a puzzling discovery. They encountered minuscule cavities meticulously dug into the sediment, neatly aligned in numerous rows. This intriguing phenomenon raised questions about the possible origins and significance of these formations. Intriguing anomalies lie beneath the ocean surface, typically unremarkable if not for their exceptionally precise and evenly distributed arrangement. Despite their location at a depth of approximately 2.5 kilometers or 1.6 miles below the Atlantic Ocean's surface amidst vast emptiness, these holes exhibit a pattern that could easily be mistaken for human-made engineering. The intricacy of these formations found on the seabed raises questions about their origins and purpose, hinting at a deeper mystery waiting to be unraveled. Researchers aboard the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration ship, Okeanos Explorer, conducted an expedition utilizing a remotely operated underwater vehicle to investigate a submerged volcanic ridge located to the north of the Azores archipelago in close proximity to mainland Portugal. The team of scientists, equipped with advanced technology and expertise, embarked on this oceanic journey to delve into the depths of the ocean floor. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration scientists are currently seeking assistance from the general public to unravel the mystery of the recent sighting they have encountered. Approximately 7 days later, the scientists discovered an additional 4 groupings of cavities located approximately 1.6 kilometers or 1 mile deep. The features resembling human-made holes were observed, accompanied by small sediment mounds surrounding them, indicating a possible excavation process. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration stated in a press release that despite attempts, they were unable to examine the holes closely or interact with them using the tools on the remotely operated vehicle. The appearance of the holes suggested a deliberate action, while the sediment deposits hinted at a prior digging activity. The press release highlighted the challenges faced in investigating these intriguing structures. Intriguingly, the current discovery of these mysterious holes is not an isolated incident. These baffling cavities have been a subject of fascination among researchers for over 2 decades. Adding to the intrigue, a scientific report from February 2004 documented a similar observation in the same geographical area. In their study, the scientists chose to label these voids as life traces, thus hinting at a possible biological origin. The authors, at that particular moment, mentioned that the origin and creation method of the cavities are undisclosed. However, the presence of elevated sediment could suggest that they were either formed through excavation by an informal organism or by a process involving digging and subsequent removal. Upon examining our close-up shots, no indication of living organisms occupying the cavities was detected. The visibility into whether these cavities interlinked below the sediment surface remained obscured from our observation. In the intervening period, there has been limited progress in uncovering additional information about the strange holes. However, there is optimism that the current expedition could yield valuable insights. Within the scope of the recent exploratory journey, the scientists successfully extracted sediment from the vicinity of the cavities using the submersible suction apparatus, with the objective of gaining clarity on the possibility of habitation within these mysterious structures. This mission serves as a crucial endeavor to unravel the mysteries surrounding these voids and potentially unveil significant revelations regarding their ecological significance. The outcomes of this exploration hold the promise of shedding light on the existence of life forms within these mysterious chasms. Through his involvement in the recent exploration activities and reviewing the 2004 papers, Michael Vecchione, a marine biologist at National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration specializing in deep-sea research, maintains a significant curiosity about the mysterious inhabitants beneath the sands of the mid-Atlantic region. Vecchione expressed concern about significant ongoing matters at that location, emphasizing the lack of understanding regarding the nature of these events during an interview with Christine Chung. Stretching across a remarkable distance of 16,000 kilometers, equivalent to 10,000 miles, the Mid-Atlantic Ridge stands out as the most extensive mountain range globally, even though a majority of people have never had the opportunity to witness it in person. Ocean mysteries captivate our imagination for several compelling reasons, drawing us into the depths of the unknown with an irresistible allure. Despite advances in technology, vast expanses of the ocean remain uncharted and largely unexplored. The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface, yet only a fraction of it has been thoroughly investigated. The allure of discovering new species, ancient civilizations, and hidden treasures in these unexplored frontiers fuels our curiosity and drives our thirst for knowledge. Scientists have just revealed that two massive 600-mile megastructures have been detected inside our planet. Seismic wave data analysis has uncovered extensive formations located approximately 2,900 kilometers below Earth's surface, precisely at the juncture where the Earth's molten core meets the solid mantle. Doohyun Kim and his research team at the University of Maryland have conducted a thorough analysis of data gathered from numerous significant earthquakes. Their study has unveiled a previously undiscovered geological feature lying beneath the volcanic Marquesas Islands, situated in the expanse of the South Pacific Ocean. This newly identified structure, termed as an ultra-low velocity zone, spans an impressive diameter of approximately 1,000 kilometers or 620 miles. Ultra-low velocity zones, known for their slower passage of seismic waves, remain shrouded in mystery regarding their composition. The intriguing aspect lies in the uncertainty surrounding whether these zones possess a chemical makeup distinct from that of Earth's iron-nickel alloy core and silicate rock mantle or exhibit varying thermal characteristics. Currently, the exact nature and components of these structures continue to evade scientific understanding. In an extensive study, scientists unraveled the configuration through a meticulous examination of 7,000 datasets documenting seismic movements originating from earthquakes in the vicinity of the Pacific Ocean basin spanning from 1990 to 2018. All these seismic events had a magnitude exceeding 6.5 on the Richter scale and originated at depths surpassing 200 kilometers beneath the Earth's surface. This thorough investigation shed light on the intricacies of the seismic activities occurring within this region during the specified time frame. The research team conducted a detailed analysis of echoes produced by shear waves, a particular type of seismic wave, while they traversed the interface between the Earth's core and mantle. Discerning between the shear wave echoes and random noise on a single seismogram posed a significant challenge. To tackle this issue, the researchers leveraged a sophisticated machine learning algorithm that was originally developed for detecting patterns within vast datasets in the field of astronomy. This innovative approach allowed them to discern subtle trends and anomalies within the seismic data, opening up new possibilities for understanding the complexities of the Earth's interior structure and dynamics. Through the concurrent examination of a multitude of shear waves, a profound discovery surfaced concerning a massive formation lying beneath the Marquesas Islands. Furthermore, the research team uncovered that the ultra-low velocity zone previously identified below Hawaii extends significantly beyond initial estimations, indicating a larger expanse than initially ascertained. Studying the Earth's mantle holds significant importance, as stressed by Kim, due to its potential to provide insights into the evolution and transformations of the planet's structures throughout various epochs. Kim highlights the Earth's mantle as the region where convection processes take place, serving as the principal driver for phenomena such as hot-spot volcanism and the movement of lithospheric plates. Identifying ultra-low velocity zones serves as a crucial tool in unraveling the mysterious origins of certain volcanoes that potentially stem from deep within the Earth, shedding light on the mysterious composition of Earth's lower mantle. The ultra-low velocity zone is one of the most mysterious and least understood regions within the Earth's mantle. Despite its significance in shaping the planet's geodynamic processes, our knowledge about these zones remains limited, sparking scientific intrigue and prompting further investigation. Ultra-low velocity zones are anomalous regions found deep within the Earth's mantle, located just above the core mantle boundary. These zones exhibit seismic velocities significantly slower than the surrounding mantle, making them distinct features within the Earth's interior. While these zones have been identified using seismic tomography, which maps the Earth's interior using seismic waves, their exact composition, structure, and formation mechanisms remain poorly understood. One of the primary reasons for our limited understanding of ultra-low velocity zones is their inaccessible location deep beneath the Earth's surface. Situated approximately 2,900 kilometers beneath the Earth's crust, these zones are beyond the reach of direct observation and exploration. Consequently, scientists rely on indirect methods, such as seismic imaging and mineral physics experiments, to infer properties of ultra-low velocity zones. Seismic observations have provided valuable insights into the existence and distribution of ultra-low velocity zones. By analyzing the behavior of seismic waves as they pass through the Earth's interior, scientists have detected regions of anomalously low seismic velocities consistent with these zones. These observations suggest that they may play a crucial role in influencing the propagation of seismic waves and the dynamics of mantle convection. Despite these advancements, significant gaps remain in our understanding of this area. One of the key challenges is determining the composition and mineralogy of ultra-low velocity zones. While various hypotheses have been proposed, including the presence of dense minerals such as iron-rich silicates or the accumulation of subducted oceanic crust and sediments, conclusive evidence is lacking. Without direct sampling or imaging of this region, confirming their composition remains a daunting task. The Earth's core, located beneath the rocky mantle and outer crust, is one of the most mysterious and least accessible regions of our planet. Comprising primarily iron and nickel, the core plays a fundamental role in shaping Earth's geophysical processes and magnetic field. Despite its significance, our understanding of the Earth's core remains limited, and many mysteries persist. The Earth's core is divided into two distinct regions, the outer core and the inner core. The outer core, composed primarily of liquid iron and nickel, extends from a depth of about 2,890 kilometers to 5,100 kilometers beneath the Earth's surface. Beneath the outer core lies the inner core, a solid metallic sphere with a radius of approximately 1,200 kilometers. One of the primary methods used to study the Earth's core is seismic tomography, which involves analyzing the behavior of seismic waves as they travel through the Earth's interior. By monitoring the arrival times and paths of seismic waves generated by earthquakes, scientists can infer properties of the core, such as its composition, density, and temperature distribution. Seismic studies have revealed valuable insights into the structure and dynamics of the Earth's core. For example, seismic waves travel at different velocities depending on the material they pass through, allowing scientists to distinguish between the solid inner core and the liquid outer core. Additionally, seismic observations have provided evidence of density variations and seismic anomalies within the core, shedding light on its complex internal structure. Another method used to study the Earth's core is geomagnetic field analysis. Earth's magnetic field is generated by the motion of molten iron in the outer core, a process known as the geodynamo mechanism. By monitoring changes in Earth's magnetic field over time, scientists can infer properties of the core, such as its composition, conductivity, and fluid dynamics. Despite these advancements, many mysteries surrounding the Earth's core remain unresolved. One of the key challenges is determining the exact composition of the core and understanding its behavior under extreme conditions of temperature and pressure. While experiments conducted under high pressure and high temperature conditions provide valuable insights, direct sampling of the core is beyond the reach of current technology. Another mystery of the Earth's core is the origin of Earth's magnetic field reversals, which occur irregularly over geological timescales. These reversals involve a weakening and reversal of the magnetic field polarity, with the magnetic north and south poles swapping positions. While the geodynamo mechanism provides a plausible explanation for the generation of Earth's magnetic field, the exact processes leading to magnetic field reversals remain poorly understood. Furthermore, the dynamics of the Earth's core are influenced by complex interactions between convective motions, thermal gradients, and chemical processes. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for predicting changes in Earth's magnetic field and seismic activity. However, modeling the behavior of the core requires sophisticated numerical simulations and high-performance computing resources, presenting significant challenges for researchers.